Hey guys, want to do a quick video today. Somebody had messaged us and asked us, or commented and asked us about how do we fill our water up, that they had never been in a truck with a sink and didn't know where we filled the water up at. So that got us to thinking, you know, of course we answered their question, but we decided we would make a little quick video to show y'all exactly how we fill our water up for our sink. And also, we had in our Meet Us video, we had done or showed our porta potty that we have in our truck. So we figured we'd kind of show you that and how and where we dump that as well. So if any of y'all are thinking about possibly getting a porta potty, maybe that'll help y'all. So over the last week, we put together a couple of clips of some places we stopped to fill the water and dump the porta potty, so we could show you that. So here you go, here those are. Hey guys, so somebody had asked us the other day, sent us a comment asking about where they could fill their water up for the truck, since they'd never had a sink in the truck they didn't know. A lot of the Flying J's have RV islands up front, and we'll do a video when we stop at one of those to show you that. But a lot of fuel islands, see here we're getting fuel here at TA, a lot of the fuel islands have water pumps. See right here? You just got to check and make sure they're on. You got to look for them. Some fuel islands don't have them, but a lot of them do, and you just kind of got to see where they're at. So we're going to top off our water here with this pump. A lot of times in the winter time, some of the pumps, they have the water turned off because they don't want it to freeze. But luckily, we're in luck, and yep, they got the water on. So we're going to top off. We try to do that in the winter time whenever we can, because like I said, we don't want to be stuck somewhere and out of water and can't top that off because they've got the water pump shut off. So FYI, you can fill up your water pumps at a lot of the fuel islands. So where our water tank is, it's in the side door here, the sleeper. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of water still in it, but like I said, we like to top it off anytime we can in the winter, because you never know when you're going to be up north and the winter's shut off and you can't fill that up. So we've got a hose here. Jason put a quick connect on this, so we've got another hose that we use that's longer that goes to the faucet. That's an RV hose for drinking water, and we just splice that, and Jason put this quick connect on it. So he'll do a video and kind of show you that too, but this also has a little lever, so I'm going to open that up so the water can flow into my tank. Take a little bit to fill it up, so luckily we don't need a whole lot of water. But I just kind of watch it here because it does have an overflow drain down here underneath, and once it starts getting full, it'll start spilling out the bottom there. And then what I'll do a lot of times, it may do that depending on the water pressure before it's even full. So yeah, that looks good. So I kind of watch that, and if it starts spilling out down there, I kind of adjust this valve to turn the pressure down. Alright, it's not taking long to get this full, because like I said, we were pretty full already. Alright, look, here we go. See how that's draining out down there and it's spilling out? That's the overflow valve. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just turn that down a little bit, or close that a little bit, and just to get that all the way topped off, which that looks pretty good there. See how I turned that off and now there's not any water? It's just a little trickle, but here it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that all the way off. And yep, you can see there it's all the way full. So we're good on water. Alright, so here's the quick connect. We're done. I've got it turned off. And basically I'm just going to push this down. If I can get it, sometimes it's hard. There we go. And watch out, because some of the water will come out there. So that's all done. And see how the water's not going to come out of there.
So this is at a rest area in Alabama. See a little RV with the hose going down into the ground. That lets you know they got an RV dump station here at this rest area. And we'll show you what that looks like over here. So basically it's just going to be a hole in the ground. Looks like somebody forgot their hose for their RV, or it's probably leaking, so they didn't want to use it anymore. Looks like they got a rock over this one. Kick that out of the way. Basically just a hole in the ground. A lot of times there's a cover, something here. You just step on this pedal and it will lift up a flap. Then you go ahead and just dump your waste down in that hole. Then they got a hose here. Looks like some water, so you can rinse stuff out. Rinse out all the solids and stuff. You never want to use this water to fill up your sinks though. You know, people use that water to flush nasty stuff, so never fill up your sink water with that. But it's good to flush your little portable toilet out with.
So most Flying J's have these RV islands, and we use these a lot of times. They have the RV dump. It's not free here. With the rewards card, you get a discount. It's normally, I think it's normally like $10, but with an RV card, it's $5. But if you get the Expeditor rewards card, you only pay $3 to dump. So you do have to go inside to get the code. That's what it looks like. Once you get the code, we're going to put that in here, and that unlocks the hole where you're going to dump the sewage. They also a lot of times have water, so you can fill up your water tank right here. And you can see it says drinking water, do not flush holding tank. So you want to make sure you're not using the water to flush your pooper to drink. That's nasty. You don't want to do that. So Jason's in getting the code. Once he's back, we'll show you how we do that. So here's where we're going to put our code. Jason got the code here. It's this one, and it does change all the time, so you got to get a code each time. But we're going to put the code in. It'll beep that it's ready, and then you can come over, and this should be open now. See there? So we'll show you how we dump it.
So basically you just take this little screw thing off. That's what you use to put your chemical in. This is just water. We wouldn't show you us dumping that. That's pretty gross, but basically just hold it like that. And it all dumped down in the hole. Now once it's emptied out, once you got it all emptied, what you'll want to do is fill it up with water, shake it up, put the lid back on, shake it up real good, and then pour it down. It helps get all the solids and get it kind of cleaned out of there.
So now that we got that dumped, we're gonna pull up and we're gonna fill up and top off our water tank again. We always try to keep it topped off as much as we can. So Jason's pulling the truck up here so I can access the water tank, and we're gonna use the drinking water one to fill that up now. Again, our tank is on the outside of the truck here in this little compartment. Notice this water tank has a blue faucet, whereas the one to flush the tanks has a red one. So you know the blue one is for drinking water and the red one is to flush your holding tanks.
Alright, so this is our porta potty that we bought. This is made by a company called Thetford. It's T-H-E-T-F-O-R-D. This is the nicer model that they sell. We didn't want something too cheap. We wanted it to at least last. So they do sell a cheaper model at Walmart, and it's made by the same company. But the Walmart model only has a 2.5 gallon holding tank, which is where your waste goes. This one's a 5 gallon, so you know, we didn't want to be pulling over every other day to empty it. So another reason we went with this bigger model. We're going to show you how it separates and how you empty it. This is a great thing to have. You know, always seems like when you got to go to the bathroom, there's not a exit or truck stop around, but then as soon as you don't have to go to the bathroom, they're at every exit. So let us show you how this thing comes apart, and you'll see how it works.
All right, so the great thing about this particular toilet also, it has a flusher on it. Now this flusher, it takes batteries. It just comes open here and you take that out and it has batteries in it. You push the button and it'll flush. I'll show you that in a minute too. It has a little water level here. This is the water level for the flusher. To fill this up, you're gonna open this little cap right here. So what I have just a little funnel. You can get this at Walmart, I think less than $1, or even you can probably even get them at dollar stores. But I'm gonna take my funnel, and what I always do when we get water or dump the pooper and there's a water, I have a little empty water container that I keep down where our water tank is, and I always fill that up so I can top the flusher off. So what you're gonna do, you just take your funnel and you're gonna pour your water in. Now, even when there's water in here, I always just try to keep it topped off as much as I can, but it does hold quite a bit of water, so it lasts a long time.
So it holds 5 gallons of flushing water and then 5 gallons of wastewater.
So there we go. That's pretty topped off there. And then I'm just going to close this back up and wipe that off. And that's your flusher. Now you see it's almost all the way full there. So that's how you fill up the water for the flusher. So how the flusher works, I want to show you that. Like I said, the flusher's right here. Basically, we're going to open this up because we don't want water sitting in there. And that's another thing you need to, before you go potty, make sure that that lever's open. Otherwise, you're going to have a pool of waste sitting up here. So the way the flusher works, you're going to basically, like I said, it's electric. It has the battery power here. So you're going to push the button. And as you see how the water goes down to flush it, just like a toilet at home. Now the water is blue because what I usually do when I fill this with water, I do add a little bit of the chemical in that water as well, just to help with the cleanliness and odor again, like I said. So, and I keep saying odor, but honestly, if you put the right chemical in and you keep it clean, you're not gonna have very much odor at all. So don't let that deter you thinking your truck's gonna be stinking with a porta potty, because honestly, it really doesn't. So again, you just push that button and there it goes.
Sometimes it doesn't really get all, like sometimes it gets a mess on the side and stuff. You might have to take a little bit of toilet paper to kind of clean it out a little bit, but it's not too bad. And once you wipe it, hit the flusher again, and then the water will flush down that paper also.
And the toilet itself is really easy to clean. You know, I just use Clorox wipes and clean the rim. You know, this lifts up so you can clean this as well. It's just basically just like a regular toilet you would have at home, and that's one of the reasons we got this one too, because it does sit up a little higher than some of the less expensive ones. I think they might be a little lower to the ground, so that's why we really like this one and got that. And I'll leave a link below too to this particular toilet if you want to check it out yourself.
Also a couple other ones too, well, the cheaper ones if you're interested in it.
So with a porta potty, you want to buy chemical to put in that porta potty that's going to break down the sewage and the toilet paper that you put in, and also keeps the odor down. You don't want to be smelling the porta potty in your truck, cargo van, tractor trailer. So the cheapest place we found to buy chemical is Walmart. They usually have it over by the automotive and camping section. Most Walmarts have a little RV section that they sell a couple of basic RV things, and one of them is the chemical. Now there's several different chemicals you can buy. One of them is a little pod type chemical that looks like this. You just throw that down in there, that dissolves and the chemical breaks up. And then there's the liquid kind. we found that the liquid kind is a little bit easier and it works a little better. Now, when we first started using the chemical, we used this one here, and it works great, but then we found this one. Now, they're all made by Thetford, but this one here, I don't know if it's just more super concentrated, but it actually seems to help keep odor down a little bit better than the other two that we have here.
It's probably the best one, I think.
Yeah, as far as all the ones we've used, this has been the best one. Now, it is about double the price of these here, but believe me, you don't want to be smelling that porta potty. So, you know, I don't mind paying the little extra money for that to keep that odor, you know, from smelling anything. So that's the one we prefer. I think it's about, oh gosh, what, like about $12 to $15 a bottle. I think this one is maybe $10. $7 to $10, and then the pods are probably about the same, about $7 to $10, depending on the pack that you get. So, you know, you can buy whatever chemical you want. You can also buy these chemicals at Camping World. Any RV supplier sells them too. But again, I think Walmart has been the cheapest place that we've found. So now I'm going to show you how we put the chemical in the toilet. All right, so with the toilet here, this is a little flap. I already showed you that. To open the toilet lid, you just pull up on that, and that's going to open it up for you. Now, if you look inside here, there's a black little flap there. That's what keeps the waste from the top. So there's a lever on the side here, and basically all you're going to do is pull that forward. And as you do that, now you can see that's open. Let me show you that while Jason's got the camera there. See that? That opens and closes just like that. So to add your chemical, you're going to open that. And now it does have measurements on here if you want to go by that for your capacity to how much you should use. I just eyeball it and just pour in enough there that I think that's going to be good. That covers the bottom pretty good there. Because we do pretty much frequently dump this out. You know, it's not like we're letting it sit for weeks. So, you know, the more chemical you use, then the more you're going to have to be buying it. But you want to use enough to, you know, to fill it up, and it's going to work for you. Now, you can also add a little bit of water to that to kind of dilute it. Not too much, just a little bit. And then that's all you have to do to fill it up. Now, in order to take this apart, it does come in two pieces, and you have to take it apart in order to dump it. So what I usually do, I have a little towel I'll set down on the floor here, and this has a lever back here that we're gonna slide to unhook the top from the bottom. If you look here, this top piece comes apart from the bottom piece. Now you wanna make sure it's closed, so you wanna close that. And to take it apart, basically you're just gonna take this lever and you push it to the side. When you do that, you just lift up, and that comes apart from the bottom piece. And I just set that on my towel here, and then you've got your bottom. And this is what you take out to dump at the RV dump. Now when you take it out, and we'll show you how we empty this in a clip here, but this little part here will swivel around just like so. So you can actually pour it out, and this cap is what unscrews so you can dump the waste out into the hole at the RV dump. So once you're done emptying it out, you have it back in the truck, you're just gonna turn this little thing back here, the part that where you empty it, and then you can pick up the other part, the top part, and basically it just sits on top, and you'll hear it click. Hear that? And that's secured, so it's not coming off. So one of the other features, last features I want to talk about with this porta potty, it does have a little window here. And what this does is this shows you when it's empty or full. Now, when it's green, that means it's empty. As it fills up with waste, there's a little bar that's going to slide down and turn red, so you know what your waste level is. And I'll insert some pictures to show you what it looks like when it's red.
All right, another thing I want to talk about is toilet paper. When you're using toilet paper in the little porta potty, you don't want to just use any kind of toilet paper. It has to be a kind of toilet paper that breaks down inside. so it doesn't clump up and become hard to empty. Now they sell RV style toilet paper in the RV section at Walmart, but that stuff is way overpriced. And what I've found is Quilted Northern tends to break down really easy. But this is a little test you can use to find out if it's going to break down inside of the toilet and not get clumped up. Get a little bit of water. You can use any kind of jar to, you know, fill up with water. You put the toilet paper in there, close it up, and give it a good shaking. So you can see how kind of the toilet paper breaks up, you know, it after shaking around in there really good, it gets broken up. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Let me turn it that way. See, the toilet paper is broken up into a bunch of little pieces, so that's going to make it a lot easier when you're emptying it. It's not going to clog up the empty valve when you're pouring it out. So a lot of other toilet papers will just clump up and you won't be able to empty it. It'll clog that tube up. So we found Quilted Northern works just fine. It's a nice soft toilet paper. It's not, doesn't feel like you're using a newspaper or nothing. So but that's a simple test to know if it's going to break down inside the toilet.
One last thing I want to show y'all that we found. I got this at Walmart. It's a toilet paper holder and it's really inexpensive. It just fits right over the cabinet here and it comes down and it holds a roll of toilet paper for you. So that's accessible. Also the toilet, it does have a little part down here where you can put toilet paper that pops open. You can put a roll of toilet paper in there. I don't ever use that. I just find it's a lot easier to have the toilet paper right there. You can reach it from the toilet. So just wanted to share that for y'all. I mean, you don't have to get that. You can put your toilet paper wherever you want, but that's a really cool, inexpensive thing to get. All right, so that's basically the ins and out of this little porta potty. Like Jason said, they do sell some different ones at Walmart, some different places, and we keep ours. We have a little rug here. It's just a little cheap, inexpensive rug we bought from Walmart, and that just, you know, if by chance it was to leak any water out of the flusher or anything like that, that's why we have that carpet there, just to kind of protect the floor.
Also, so it don't slide around. You don't
yes,
want that thing sliding back and forth as you're
right.
driving through a truck stop.
Right, you don't want that happening. So I hope this helped if y'all were thinking about porta potties or what kind to buy. You know, not everybody wants one, but you know, it sure makes it a lot easier and nicer, especially for us women, that, you know, if you're driving at night or early in the morning, you don't want to have to pull into a rest area when it's dark and worry about that kind of thing. It's really nice to have this in the truck, and you know, it's small enough, it doesn't take up a lot of room. We actually use it sometimes as a stool to sit on when we're eating, so it's kind of got a dual purpose there. But you know, they do make the smaller ones, like Jason said, that could even fit for a cargo van or even like a tractor trailer with a smaller sleeper. So if y'all have any questions on that or how we filled the water up, we just wanted to kind of show y'all that in case anybody wondered. Let us know, again, in the comments section, email, Facebook, any of those avenues. So thank y'all for watching and subscribing, and have a great day.